Hey there, Ramble Force. Chris Gamble here from the Digital Ramble, joined as always by JJ Cannon. This is episode 15 of the Digital Ramble.
Hey, Gamble, how are you? Now, today is a really unique episode. Usually I'm in the studio and you're in your van, and today we're both in our vehicle.
I know. I'm confused. First of all, you changed the time on me.
Yeah.
And now
Like our entire country decided that we just didn't need that extra hour in our day, and so we fell back this past week.
We're still fully committed to the show, so both of us on the move, keeping our businesses moving forwards, but still committed to bringing you some content. And this week, we're continuing the NULLS discussion, the Nest, Ubiquiti, Lutron, Logitech, Sonos discussion. And this week, we are covering Lutron.
Yeah, man, Lutron is an amazing part of our formula, of our Fab Five. And Lutron, and we've had a couple of different episodes and shows about this product and how expandable it is, for our clientele, and how it fits really nicely into what we've been talking about.
That's right. Lutron is the part of NULLS that covers the lighting controls, but also the control of the shades and blinds and curtains.
All kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah. With lighting, I would say it's probably one of the highest ticket items. Lighting and blinds are going to be some of the bigger numbers on that smart home quote or estimate that you're looking at. It's going to jump out, but this is true wow factor. This is smart home wow.
Smart home wow, no doubt about it. And for our new listeners and viewers, I'm JJ Cannon. This is Chris Gamble, but we wanted to say thank you to our Patreon to allow us to do this on a regular basis and allow us to focus on creating good quality content. I just wanted to throw a shout out there to our listeners, and also for people that like and share and follow. Please drop a comment down below and engage with us as we go through the show.
Yeah, we'd really like to hear from people if they've got Lutron in their home, or they're installers of Lutron, or it's even a new product that they're thinking about. We'd just love to hear your feedback on these products. I know people that work for these companies that we talk about, they're always tuning in, they're giving us our support. So I think they would value some good comments about the product. I know a lot of people have a lot of love for Lutron out there.
Gamble, whenever we're talking about, and as we've gone through this series, we always talk about starting from the outside and working our way inside. And Lutron is one of those products that's perfect for talking about that. And the way that we use Lutron is a little, whenever we first started using it, it was about, dimming the lights and creating an ambiance in the house. And truly, it's way more than just, dimming the light.
Yeah, no, lighting is, if you've ever lived in a home that's got good lighting, or been in a building with good lighting, it creates such a positive atmosphere in the building, in the home. But that lighting can start from outside. I'm a big fan of lighting welcoming you home. And with a smart home lighting system like the Lutron, and specifically the one that we both use a lot, Ra2 Select, it's a system that connects to your mobile device. It knows your location, can make decisions about turning lights on or off as you arrive or leave the house. And it still excites me when I pull up to my house. I arrive on the driveway and my outside lighting comes on. Some indoor lighting in the hallway and entrance area starts to come on, just based on my location. So lighting really starts the excitement and the drama of smart home for me.
Yeah, whenever we're talking to clients about lighting control, their initial go-to is, I can do a dimmer in my kitchen and I'm fine. But really what it is for security and safety, wouldn't you like, whenever your family drives up, whether it's yourself or your wife or your kids, that your lights are always on at sunset? And right now, we just had daylight saving time. And so who adjusts that schedule? I mean, we just lost an hour, and so what? Our lights are turning on an hour later? No, man. Lutron connects to the network. It automatically adjusts to the atomic clock and knows, and as well as here in the States, it knows what our time zone is and adjusts it accordingly. So it's kind of one of those set it and forget it type of scheduled device.
Yeah, and this in front of me, I've got a couple of props with me because I've just collected a good sized order of Lutron devices, and you can see the size of this. This is the Lutron Ratu Select hub or gateway. It's a little bridge, connects into your router, and then wirelessly talks to all the Lutron devices like the keypads and the dimmers. This little device is the device that sets the schedules, sets the scenes, recalls preferences and favorites you have for your system. This is the box as well that talks nicely with Sonos, talks nicely with Nest, which we'll talk about towards the end of the episode. This is the size of the components, you know. This goes next to your router. The other devices are going to be either in the wall or in the ceiling, controlling your lights. And you can approach Lutron. You don't have to take on the whole home. You can transform with Lutron room by room, set the scene, set the mood, get that room right, then move on to another room and start to retrofit lighting controls into any room in or outside of your house.
Yeah, the system's completely expandable. And that's what clients really like about our NULLS solutions. It's not like you have to buy the entire house today. It let's see what is available. Let's see what the resources are available. And then let's expand from that, or let's do this in phases. So traditionally we'll start on the outside and then we'll work our way into the home. And something else about the NULLS Gamble and with Lutron is that the clients are not locked out. You hear us say this on every episode because it's so impactful. They are not locked out. They do not need to call us to roll a truck out, to sit there with the computer quite possibly and hammer out some schedules or some programs. These are things that the client can try to take on as a task themselves, or if they grant us access, we can do this remotely for them.
Yeah, it truly is smart home made simple. Lutron have done a great job of packaging this Ratu Select system. Very efficient and easy to install for the professional. Gets your lighting system all set up for you. And then you as the homeowner, it's configurable by you. You customize it to your preferences, your times, your schedules, your comings and goings. And you can change it all with the app. You control it from nice keypads and voice. It's very, very customer focused, this system. This is not for the pro to tinker around and spend hours plugged in with a laptop, programming things, and then if you want to change it, you got to call this person back. That days are over. NULLS is changing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Gamble, did I see that you picked up a motion sensor?
I do.
Yeah, show me that. That's one of my favorite things to use is that motion sensor. Yeah. And like you can strap that to the bottom of a bed. So if you put your feet down at night, it'll sense that motion and your lights automatically turn on at a certain time. We also throw those in the closet. And whenever somebody enters the closet, the lights automatically turn on. Or you can also put one in the bathroom. So if somebody happens to go into the bathroom and you're not using voice control within a certain amount of time frame, and that's actually called an occupancy sensor. I think I might have said motion, but it's an occupancy sensor. And so when a space is occupied, it illuminates whatever lights are set to trigger whenever it senses motion within a certain amount of time. And again, completely malleable. It's not, you can customize it to however you like for it to work.
One of the main benefits of an occupancy sensor is the saving of energy. The fact that if nobody's using that space, the lights will turn off, zero is being used, zero power, because your lighting system made the decision to turn off that light or dim that light after a certain amount of time, saving money. Lighting systems genuinely do save energy, and we should all be putting our green hats on and saving this planet for our kids and our kids' kids and our kids' kids' kids, because you can do it with LED lighting, dimmable lighting, schedules, sensors. You can start to reduce your energy bills in your home.
You know, the other cool thing I like about the Lutron package, Campbell, is like the keypads that you can put in the wall, where they got the little picos that you can put on the bedstand, and then you can have them engraved. Well, with the Raku Select system, you can have some prepackaged, pre-engraved buttons or keypads. But then if you want to take it a step more outside of whatever comes prepackaged, you can customize whatever you want the engraving to say, like entertaining or entertainment or outdoor lights or whatever you might think of that would make sense for that button to say, can be, you know, laser etched into a button face for you.
That's part of what a lighting system brings to a home. It brings to certain rooms, it brings more entertainment. That dimming and changing of the brightness levels. It can make a space more relaxing and more comfortable by making it a lower brightness level, not that glare on the eyes. That's probably, you just want to unwind, dim the room lighting down, turn off certain lights that are not needed, toggle between wall lights, ceiling lights, chandeliers, lamps. You can alter and adjust rooms to transform them from rooms where you need a lot of task lighting, bright lighting to do, maybe to cook or work or whatever you need, but then transform that space, reduce the brightness, and it completely changes the vibe of a room. If you want to sit down and relax, watch some TV, or, you know, do some reading or whatever you need to do with a bit of quiet time, you can change the room, the feel of the room, just by adjusting that brightness on those lights.
You know, and Gamble, you won a couple of awards in the past. That don't be modest, but one of the things that I love about the images, and people, y'all can seek it out on Gamble's website. I'm sure he has a bunch of images there, but how you accent certain areas of the home to make it pop. You know, like whether it's artwork or vases or shelves that have family images, and you don't want the whole room. It's like people, whenever you look at a magazine and you look at a beautiful room and you're like, wow, what that room, how do they make that picture look so good? It's because of the lighting. It's the lighting that is in that home that really gives it that warm feel, that really accentuates certain architectural features of that home. Like stone is a really cool one.
Well, you know, the Lutron lighting system is just one part of your lighting. It's the control of it. It's also crucial that you choose the right light fixtures. You position lighting, if it's in the ceiling, position it in the right place to highlight features, to get maximum reflection from wall surface. You want to be thinking about the color that a light can give out. People have heard of warm white, cool white, natural white. So different color tones can create different effects on your body and your mind, that you're more alert and awake to a cooler, colder white, yet more relaxed and more comfortable with a warmer light that you probably would need more towards the end of the day. Look for kind of cooler, whiter lights towards the start of the day that are more energizing and more helpful for productivity. But don't just have, you know, the thing I say is, don't just have like one light in the room or one configuration of just some spotlights in the room. Think about layering your lights from very low level, lighting up floors and entrances to rooms, coming up another level. Think about lamps on coffee tables and units. Then think about your wall lighting. Then think about your ceiling lighting, and then maybe a big feature pendant or chandelier in that room. And the configurations you can then have to have different brightnesses and different effects in the room it's a wow factor. I go back to that. Lighting brings true wow factor to homes.
You know, something else about the NULLS packages, you know, and solutions that we've talked about, and Lutron is right there with it, man. The product just works.
Yeah.
You know, out of the box, into the wall. set some programming, and it works, man. I think I might have had to swap out 1 or 2 dimmers over my 20 years gamble, and that's because there was some type of load overload from the electrician, not because of the dimmer. And once it's installed and up and running, it just works.
That's right. When you deal with a product from Lutron, you know you're buying into that heritage, that time they've been providing lighting solutions. You know, this is the company that invented the dimmer way back 50, 60, 70 years ago, I think. You know, this is a company with true heritage and provenance in lighting. And what better company than Lutron to look after the control and management of the lighting in your home and building. This is a company that do some of probably the most well-known buildings around the world. You know, large commercial, office, historic buildings, all using Lutron to manage the lights in these spaces.
Right, absolutely. The other thing, and the last thing that I want to add, is that whenever you give Lutron a code or a command, and you say "good night," every light in the home adjusts at the same time. It's not this popcorn effect, like this light, that light, this light, that light. No, it's the entire house. Like, yeah. It's the coolest thing. Whenever you say drop the shades, every shade is one. If it's a Lutron shade, you can't even hear it. Other shades, it's like you're dropping your garage door, like not with Lutron. Yeah. Lutron's like silent, and they're all in sync. It's amazing, and it just looks so.
They call that intelligent hem bar alignment. It's a unique feature to Lutron. It's the way that they prepare the motors and are aware of how much fabric is on that and the speed that blind is going to go up or down. It's very, very clever stuff, and it's something if you're thinking of having Lutron blinds in your home, you should be asking your installer for these kind of features. You want silent motors. You want this alignment of the hem bars, and very few brands will be able to do it. But if it's done, it is again amazing wow factor. The good thing about the Lutron blinds as well, by choosing Lutron blinds in your home, you're actually also accessing this massive library of fabrics that you've got to choose from budget levels all the way up to premium, all the blackout, sheer, double layer, if you want these kind of things as well. Just amazing choices on the blinds.
And then also on the plates, Gamble, there's screwless plate. Yeah. And the color options, I do have that in here somewhere. The color options are limited. Not, you can get almost any color you can possibly. Oh, I got this stainless steel one there. I don't know if people can see that. Let me see. I think I got some. Oh yeah, here we go. You got all kinds of colors to choose from for your plates or, awesome. Your electrical outlet. Then it's just endless. Oh, you know what? I'm digging through my bag here. There's a keypad, and I don't know if y'all can see that keypad, but you can have it at however you want it to edge, and then you have a raise and lower button on there. Pretty slick stuff. Yeah, Lutron. Oh, fantastic.
So
collaboration products.
Just to keep it in line with NULLS and how it's a vital part of it is one of the reasons that we're all big fans of Lutron is the way it works with other smart home products. The biggest standout one, and I see it a lot on social media from people who are installing it, is how nicely it works with Nest. So one of the NULLS brands, with Nest, you have that integration with your climate controls. You've got integration with your smoke detectors. Just on the smoke detectors, just explain what could happen then if smoke was detected in your home, JD, and then sends a trigger to Lutron. What happens then?
Well, you can have all your lights turn on. You can have certain lights flash on and off. You can have your lights illuminate a pathway out of your home. I mean, if you could have some light on in your house to get out whenever there's an alert, I want some of that in my house.
Yeah. Another cool feature is the use of the Nest cameras to trigger the lights to come on. So if you imagine having the Nest Hello doorbell, motion detected at the front door, turns on those porch lights or that path lights, or even the inner hall light inside. Gives complete reassurance to the people that have visited. That they've been welcomed to the house. They're ready to meet you. But also if you don't have that geolocation set up, the awareness of where your device is, if you're just coming up to the house to let yourself in, your doorbell is going to be working with your lighting, triggering that lighting brightness, and you're in the house or you've left the house and away you go.
And Gamble, voice control, like all of our other NULLS stuff, voice control. Madam A, we're home. I have mine set up to say, Madam A, we're home, and whatever light I have associated to that command automatically turn. There are some things that you need to have a professional home technologist in your home, and it's getting some of these guys to collaborate with one another, or creating scenes, or creating the education, the understanding of how to maximize the connectivity of these devices and how do you use it. And then if something happens to go wrong, and I always say that because it's technology, and on occasion something might happen to go wrong, you need a smart home technologist for that.
Yeah, and just on the voice assistants, this is a system that works nicely with Google Assistant and also Siri. It can be added as a HomeKit accessory. It's a method we use a lot with our customers who are Apple users. Get it linked up onto your Apple Home app. You got control for advanced automation outside of the Lutron app. You've got it integrating with things like the HomePod speakers. You've got it linked up with thermostats from other brands, garage controllers, all sorts. Once you bring it into HomeKit, Google Assistant. One feature we've been using that's been really cool is longer form conversations with the Google Assistant. So we're saying, turn the kitchen to 40%, turn the bathroom lights off, open the shades in the lounge, and turn on Apple TV. So we can trigger like a lot in one sentence, and Google Assistant just regimentally goes through each one, makes the adjustments, and before you know it, you're sitting down ready to tune into some Netflix or something.
That's pretty slick, Gamble. Hey, put a video of that together on y'all's Facebook page. I'd love to see one of those.
I will. One other integration, that just keeping it within the NULLS, just to highlight that these brands all working together. Sonos with Lutron, that single button press dims the lights, closes the shades, and fires up a playlist or a radio station. When you're leaving the house, you hit that all off button or away button, pauses all your Sonos speakers regardless of what's playing. Yeah.
And you can even control your Sonos with the Lutron Pico.
That's right.
Guy. Go ahead, Gamble. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead on.
That's right. It just looks like a pixelated white square.
Oh, it's a pixelated Pico.
Yeah.
All right. It looks good on my end.
I just love that single button press where you can trigger lights, music, blinds, climate controls if needed, and then another one in the NULLS lineup. It's not something we have in the UK. I'm really hopeful it's going to come soon. Is the integration with Lutron lighting and Logitech remote controls, and we'll talk about that next week as well. But you use that integration, yeah?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so this next week we're going to be talking about Logitech.
Yeah,
very good. And so we encourage people to tune in, and thank you for listening today. And Gamble, we're real quick, short on time. I'm going to hit up my cannon fire and let you got something else to add about the Lutron.
No.
Go for it. Hey, Mike, back in the studio. Hit the guns, brother.
Well,
it sounded like a band door shutting. I'm sorry. All right, today on Cannon Fire, I just wanted to address relationship building with our clients and within our industry. And this past week, and it happens kind of regular for us, but this past week I had the opportunity to go visit one of our clients that we installed back in 2006, 13 years ago. And they were so excited to see me. They're like, Jay, you actually gained a little bit of weight. You grew a beard. You have children? And it's so cool because our relationship started. They entrusted me to install a system for them. And not only have I grown, my family grown, but so have they. And that system that we installed for them, Gamble, they've used, whether it was for football games or dropping in the system, it was 13 years ago, and they're still dropping CDs into it. But, listening to music or watching the games or they had a VCR on it, watching tape with of their kids when their kids were younger. But that relationship that you build with the client, and whenever, the other thing that's cool, Gamble, that I know but I don't know is that, JJ, we've been watching your videos, and JJ, we've been getting your email. And we really enjoy staying up to date with what is going on in technology. And people, I cannot stress how important, and I'm kind of talking to installers, but how important it is to build those relationships. Stay in contact with your client or with your audience, and the importance of that, because they're using the system and they still are looking for ways to improve. One of the biggest takeaways, Gamble, from this particular family is they really gravitate to the message of less is more. The system that they had was a fantastic, easy to use system, but they were changing out their carpet to hardwood. And the missus, she was like, look, Jay, look back there. I've been watching your videos and you say less is more. Can you do something with those wires? And so I proposed them a system that has less wires, but gives them more, more solutions. So we're keeping the Blu-ray player, we're keeping the DVD player, we're keeping the CD player, but we're adding streaming capability and we're taking all of the wires away. If we weren't continuing to create content at Digital Delight, and also a Digital Ramble, an extension of that, the clients would have no clue. They might not even know that I'm still in business, Gamble.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so comforting to nurture those relationships, to continue to create good content, to provide awareness for our homeowners, and then when they do call you and you come out, to see the excitement in their face, and to share where we've both been, over that time frame is great. That's one of my, not only the wow factor of turning a system on for the first time, but going back to a client's house and the thing is still working, and they've loved the experience all those years. That's just I really enjoy our industry and those types of benefits and W's that you see, because sometimes you're kind of like, what's going on, what's happened or what's happened over the years. So yeah, that's my cannon fire for the day, Gamble.
Awesome, JJ. So episode 15 is a wrap. We have 2 more NULLS episodes. So we have Logitech next week, and then we'll close out with the big one with Sonos, company I was spending some time with today. All will be revealed soon. JJ, get back to your spring break. I'm going to go and do one more installation. I've got some Sonos amps to go in tonight, and we'll be back for episode 16 with Logitech next week.
Woo! All right, brother. Thank you so much. Mike, back in the studio. Thank you, sir, for holding it down for us. And Gamble, I'll see you next week. Y'all take care.
Every month, the Digital Ramble will receive a regular source of income from supporters who've pledged through Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, having your ongoing support means we spend less time thinking about business and more time creating quality content for you.
Customized, based in Norfolk, England, are proud sponsors of the Digital Ramble. Check out our all set-up services. It's smart home installation with ease. Customize.uk.com.
If you're looking to make your basic home smart, check out digitaldelight.com/shop, where they have a variety of different smart home technology solutions that help make smart home shopping easy for you. Check out digitaldelight.com/shop.